Hello, happy Wednesday evening, everyone. Welcome back to Sag on Block Marathon Madness. Tonight, we're gonna fast forward a little bit to season 4A, episode 8, Wacky Day, Ready, I'm Ready, and season 7. We're gonna fast forward even more. Season 2, 10th to 11th grade, episode 11, Wacky Day for Brotherhood number 1. All right. So let's go backwards now. The season 4A, episode 8, Wacky Day. Ready? I'm ready. Here we go. So, in this episode, it is an at-home episode during 8th grade, during lockdown. Oh my gosh, I talked about lockdown before in the backstory, so in the previous one, Marathon Madness. But here we go. This is like day 3 of um, lockdown of 8th grade. Oh my gosh. Okay. So here we go. So Hunter wakes up, he's at home, he gets breakfast, a cereal breakfast. He chills, he dances, he's just listening to music, vibing. He says hi to his mom and brother Luke, who is also doing the earning, doing at home stuff. So there's that. And then he goes to his room. He begins with English. Um, he does that. He does the online assignment for English, gets it done, and then he works on reading for Miss Warnock, I believe. Next, and then he works on science. Well, he takes a break after reading, and then after the break for a little bit, um, um, he works on science with Miss Fairchild. And then he has a lunch break where he eats lunch. Um, so whatever meal that he got the previous day from um or whatever from the lunch program that they go to a park or something, they get lunch. So that's how we did it back then in those days. Oh my gosh. So he has his lunch break, he eats lunch, he chills, he watches TikTok, play this chills. And then after that, after she calls Erica on FaceTime to work on pre-algebra homework for the day and his choir assignment video thing that he has to do. So he does that. And he's a little bit wacky, he's a little bit silly. He's just having a wacky day at home. It's kind of odd right now. It's an odd time. It was an odd time for wacky time for all of us, me personally too. Offset on all of the above. So he's just wacky with Erica. They have fun. They do math and choir and everything else that they need to do. Um, and he's just being silly. She's being silly. Everyone's just being a little bit wacky, being a little bit weird, and all that stuff like I have over here. So that's what we get it done. We have fun. And then after choir, um, after choir, he works on geography for Mr. Woodridge, which is his second semester class after chaotic civics. Um, I think, and then he takes another break, and oh, oh, at a certain point, at the end of the day, it is a Wednesday, so he has his social group still. Now remember, Wednesdays back in school, he had a social group that he would go to every Wednesday, and I talked about that before. So at a certain time, he goes on a Zoom call, remember that, with with the guidance counselor named Mr. Page, and everyone else on the social club, Destin and um, Logan Walters and Gage and other people all joined the social group. on the Zoom and they just do their session. And after that, he signs off. He signs off of his social group. He signs off of his assignment. All his assignment e-learning stuff is done. And he does a little dance and he says goodbye. Um, and he he's done for the night. Um, so there's that. And then and that is that episode. And now let's fast forward to season 7, episode 11, Wacky Day for Brotherhood number 1. Um, so here we go. So this episode, and this is 11th grade. So he gets his breakfast, he gets to Heartland. Today is Wednesday, so it's an English day. So with Miss um, Reed. I don't really remember her name, but she's the English teacher. So they do a bell work assignment and then an activity. And then they do their morning break. And then the last half of the class, they do a lesson. And then at the end of the class, they work on a book that they're reading. Um, and then after English is done, he heads back to school from Heartland, and then he goes to study hall and then lunch. He does his Brotherhood meeting, and the Brotherhood are just being wacky, just being silly, country being silly, a little bit joking around. Then he eats lunch, and they just chill. And then they go to science with Mr. Mindock, where they're doing bell work, meaning activity, a lesson, another activity with Mr. Miller, the student teacher. And then they go to Algebra 2, which they have a lesson and they have assignment. So and that was with Mr. Stephen. And then they go to resource with Miss Oswald, and him and Miss Oswald is a little bit more efficient than Miss Warnock from the last Marathon Madness. But they work on math, they work on algebra 2 work, the homework for the night, and he gets it done, and he's happy. And then he goes to U.S. history, which I will reveal soon who that teacher is. And that. So, which is going to be a shocking surprise to many, but I'm going to get to that in future Marathon Madness. But that is it for tonight's Marathon Madness. See you Thursday night for another Marathon Madness. Have a good one.